Sorry, Wendy. I didn't mean to interrupt. They said I could come in now. I'll leave if you want.
No. No, stay, please. His history report from grade 9. World War I. The teacher said he should concentrate more on the root causes of the conflict rather than on the battles and the weapons. His reply was that history was boring and that war was fun.
I know.
I don't remember this. The War Games Club? When was this?
It was grade 9. You were in the hospital at the time, your appendix. He begged me to sign him up, so I did. I didn't think it was a big deal.
I would have never let him join that club, and you know why.
It had nothing to do with it.
Didn't it?
No. He also joined the World Religions Club, and he didn't run off and preach the gospel, did he?
No. But it would have been better if he did. For a lot of people.
I was encouraged by his enthusiasm. It wasn't very often he let us know what he wanted. He kept so much inside. I thought I was doing the right thing.
He still had this?
Yeah, I guess he did. That's from the old Sheriff of the West kit that we bought him.
I didn't buy it for him.
That was one toy we got our money's worth out of. He ate with it, bathed with it, slept with it. He loved it.
I hated it.
Come on. It's just a toy. You can't think this has anything to do with...
What? With the fact that he went out and got a real gun and put it to his head and pulled the trigger? You're damned right it had something to do with it. It all had something to do with it. The toy gun, the War Games Club, the violent video games and all that fucking weapons and killing.
That's bullshit. And you know it is. There is no connection between the way he was raised and what happened. None. It's just the way he developed. Sometimes things go wrong. I did my best.
You failed him. What he needed was a stable upbringing, and you denied him that.
For the 100th time, I don't have a problem.
You most certainly do, and you refused counseling.
Don't need it.
You do.
I said, I don't need it.
And I said...
I don't have an anger issue, damn it!
Well, case closed.
Okay. Okay. All right. I shout from time to time. That's just the way I am. But I've never been violent.
No. But we lived in fear of it. I mean, we never knew when your rage would erupt into something physical. There was always that possibility.
You didn't have to kick me out. We could have worked it out. That was your choice.
No. When there's the possibility of violence, there is no choice. You had to leave.
No. That one's on you.
Don't you dare put this all on my shoulders. It's too big. It's too big. I mean, like it or not, Chuck, we have to face this together. We created him. We're responsible for what happened. We're both responsible.
Hey, come on. We can get through this.
I don't see how.
These things just happen.
Don't try to be philosophical, Chuck. Doesn't suit you.
Look, I'm trying my best here. All right? It isn't easy. We've lost two, you know? We've lost our son. The one thing that survived our relationship, the one thing that was supposed to outlive us both, we've lost that forever. And I'm still angry, damned angry for all the grief he's caused us, for all that we've lost.
What we've lost? What we've lost? How can you just think about us? What about their loss? 15 children will never come home. 15 families who will never see their loved ones again. What about all those parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters? What are they supposed to do? Feel sorry for us because one morning our child decided to pack his knapsack full of weapons and then leave this room and kill everyone he comes into contact with at school? Our son, the product of our love, the love that died. Our loss. How do you weigh that against their loss?
I can't. But we have the right to grieve too, you know?
Not anymore. Check out social media. We've already been tried and convicted. We're pariahs now. You're never going to teach at that school again. Never.
We never had guns. Where did he get them from?
Supply and demand.
But why? Why?
You want an answer? Go look in the mirror, the one with the crack down the middle. We knew something was wrong with him. You can't deny it. And I wanted to get him professionally evaluated, but you know, not you.
There was nothing to evaluate. He's just withdrawn. That's all. Just another moody kid. We didn't need a psychiatrist to tell us that.
No, at the first sign, we should have had him looked at. We left it too late. Look at all the warning signs were there. We just couldn't read them.
What signs?
The usual weapons, anger, violence.
Weapons? What weapons? What are you talking about?
The ones you brought home from the army surplus store, the machetes, the hunting knives, the axes.
They weren't weapons. They're just guy things, stuff every boy likes to have.
And did you ever ask him why he wanted them?
Only once.
And?
He said he wanted them for self-defense, in case he was attacked.
And that was it. I mean, that's as deep as your conversations went. You couldn't connect the dots.
We didn't talk a lot, all right? We did stuff.
No shit. Well, how about having a real conversation now? What about his anger issues?
Oh, God. Not that. Again.
Yes, that. Again. He'd be withdrawn for the longest times and then boom, he'd lash out.
Yeah, with you. But he wouldn't have if I was...
If you were what? No, please, go ahead. If you were looking after him instead of me, is that what you mean?
You're damn right it is. That's right. If I still lived here, he'd know who was in charge. If I saw any of this nonsense, I wouldn't pussyfoot around it. I'd deal with it.
My God, you haven't a clue, do you? You never did. He was an emotionally fragile little boy who just wanted loved. He didn't need to be bullied like some jock on your teams.
I don't bully. I coach.
He could never keep up with you. Never, no matter how hard he tried. And he tried really hard. He really did. Until one day he just withdrew into himself.
I make boys into men.
Yes. Men who assault other men while playing games. Criminal assault.
No, there's a difference between being an athlete and being a criminal.
Not to the victims, there isn't.
This wouldn't have happened if he'd been tougher. You mollycoddled him. He needed to be strong.
Yeah, well, congratulations, Chuck. You gave him strength, all right. You gave him what he'd always been looking for, his ultimate weapon.
I did. What?
You taught him that violence was acceptable. And we both know where that led to, don't we?
So, how do we carry on?
I don't know. Honestly, I just don't know.